Mm. Hey, y'all, and welcome to Monday Teaching Philosophy, a little wisdom from the classroom trenches. Sometimes it be hard to take advice from people who been out of the classroom for years and years and years. I'm still in the classroom right there with you. Well, I'm in the music classroom. I'm not in the classroom, but I'm still in there right there with you. Anyway, today I want to talk about this. We are raising leaders and not just rule followers. And I say that so that we teach our students to be followers of the rules when we are not looking. Like sometimes I tell my students, I'm looking for students who make the right choice even when the teacher doesn't look, or I'm looking for students who make the right choice even when the teacher is not getting angry or yelling. I want those students. Those are the students that I'm looking for. I'm looking for students who can make right choices when no adult is watching. Those are the kind of students we need to be training our students to be. And that's what I call, and I wrote a book called The Self-Corrected Student, where you teach students and they say affirmations until they start beginning to believe that that's what they are. They are that self-corrected student. And I also have a book that I'm working on called The B.E.S.T Student Leadership Framework. And I started using the best a long time ago. My students would repeat and say this: I am the best, so I will act like the best. I will use self-control. I will make good choices. I will treat others the way I want to be treated. Therefore, I will be nice and kind to myself and others. I will always stop, think, and breathe and make the right choice everywhere I go. I came to school to learn, therefore I will learn. Now I've added some things to that best friend, that best, um, my, I don't even know, I'm losing my words, that best framework motto, but that was how it started with I am the best, so I will act like the best. And I started using this acronym for best, brilliant, enterprising, savvy, and talented. And so in this, I always used in the book that I'm going to write, and I wrote some notes down so I won't forget. Anyway, to be brilliant means to lead with your mind. As a best leader understands that leadership starts with how you think. And so being brilliant, think before you act, make wise decisions, even when the easy choice is tempting. Be willing to learn from your mistakes. Ask questions when you don't understand. Use your intelligence to solve problems, not to create them. Think about how your choices affect others. Okay. Being brilliant. That's one. And I close that one with use your mind to make choices you can be proud of. And I always tell my children, if your parents were sitting here watching you through the window, would they be proud of what you are doing now? So that's one of those, being brilliant as a part of teaching our students to be self-corrected. Then being enterprising means taking initiative. And as a best leader, it means you don't always have to wait for someone to tell you what to do. And that's what we want to train our students to take the initiative to do what's right. When you see something needs to be done, you just do it without the teacher having to fuss about it or anything like that. So in this, it says See a problem, look for the solution. See someone who needs help, step up. Take responsibility for your classroom, your school, and your community. That means if you see trash on the floor now, if it ain't gross or nasty, pick it up, throw it in the garbage, or go get the custodian. Oh, I saw some trash on the floor. Can you get it? You know, find a way to get it done. Be willing to try something new. Don't make excuses. Look for opportunities. I always tell my children that about excuses. Stop making excuses. Because I told them, I say, even if you in the hospital and you got to do your homework, you got to find a way to do your homework. No, no, Mr. Jimmy, no, no, no. But yeah, that's what we do. We don't make excuses. We look for opportunities. Don't be a part, even when nobody, do your part, even when nobody asks you to do it. The rule of enterprising is don't wait to be told what to do when you know what the right thing is to do. Just do what is right. And then I'm going to keep going. Savvy, make smart choices. Being savvy, the best, being savvy. And as a best leader, you understand that every decision has consequences. Some of those consequences are naturally good, some of them are bad. Like I tell my children, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. And all it takes is a shift in your thinking. Start thinking good. Start thinking you can do this or I can do. Why? Well, why not? I could go ahead and help clean this up, or I could go help a friend. I could do that. Start thinking that, and then you'll start saying it. And then, I talk to my children just like that. Anyway, these are the things I want you to start teaching your children, teachers, in your classroom. And while we're at the beginning of the school year, some of us are 2 weeks in, but this is a good thing to start teaching your students. Um, as a best leader, I already said that part, savvy, know the difference between what you can do and what you should do. I used to tell my nephew, because he was one of those people where they told me I could do it. And I used to say, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean that's the right thing to do. And so you need to know the difference. Don't follow the crowd when the crowd is going the wrong way. You know what's right and you know what you're supposed to do. Think about the long-term consequences of your actions. Watch your thoughts. They become and on and on and on and on. Choose your friends and influences wisely. Now, that's something we really need to teach our children to do. When to stop scrolling, when to turn it off and go another way. How sometimes we watch the weirdest stuff. Some of the kids, they watch the craziest things and they don't know when to stop believing what's happening on that screen because most of that stuff is not real. So we need to work on that, teaching our children. Next, know when to speak, when to listen, and when to walk away, baby. You gotta know when to walk away. When you notice people not paying attention to you and people trying to lead you the wrong way, walk away. Lastly, protect your reputation by making choices that reflect your values. Now that's something we all gotta do. I've been in situations where you know, I made choices that probably wasn't the best thing, for especially for teachers, Teachers are held to a high moral standard sometimes. And so just remember that. Teach our children that. Lastly, the rule for savvy is never trade your character for acceptance. Honey, say that again. Never trade your character for acceptance. And I'm going to keep going. This is the last one, talented. To be talented means to use your gifts. And as a best leader, you recognize that everyone has something valuable to contribute. So, in that, teach our children to develop your talents instead of hiding them. Use your strengths to help others. Encourage the talents of your classmates. When you see somebody learning something new and they're doing something, you give them a you give them a hand clap. It's okay. Work hard to become better at what you do. Know that we don't know it all and we need to learn more. Don't let success make you arrogant. Don't let failure convince you that you have nothing to offer. And the best rule for being talented is your talent is a gift. Your responsibility is how you use it. Okay. I'm gonna leave this in the comments so that you all can have it. And you go back and use these for your children, okay? Take these rules to your students because we are raising leaders. We are not raising rule followers. We want our students to be brilliant, enterprising, savvy, and talented. Okay? We want them to be the best. Amen. That's it. I'm gonna put it in the description, and I want y'all to use it. Tell me how, and I might actually just to help you better with it. I will show you some activities that I do in my classroom to help you with um, introducing these concepts to your students. All right. Remember, where the spirit of learning is, there is liberty. And I'll let you know when the book is finished and you will be able to buy it. But it's just a thought right now. I thought about the B.E.S.T framework. And I've been using it for a long time. Um, and actually, I was Googling something about myself. And for some reason, Google thought I already had a book called The B.E.S.T Framework, and I don't. But I use it so much in all of my work that maybe that's why. And so I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and write a book called The B.E.S.T Framework. So anyway, y'all please like and share, subscribe. If these videos are helping you, send them to another teacher who needs some help, who might have been lost, who lost their way, who are struggling. Send it to some other teachers. Send it to some parents. Send it to some administrators. Just send it to somebody who might think I got something to say and they want to hear what I got to say. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for your support. And remember, where the spirit of learning is, truly there is liberty.